8:45 or so. I know I'm a little bit early, but I am hopping in early because I will be taking the pups to run off a little bit of energy. And so and then I have some other stuff that starts at 9. So got to get going, right? Busy day ahead. But our topic for today is why it matters what you eat for speakers and for singers. So we'll get into that content in just a second. But I wanted to let you know a little bit about some other things. So first things first, my name is Andrea Oram. I love to help speakers and singers be able to use their voice in a healthy way and in a way that helps them really engage the people they're talking to. So I have a hairdresser that I work with on vocal coaching. She really works on how to use your voice in a healthy way while speaking because she's talking all day with the people that she cuts hair for. So that's an example of somebody that really wants to engage their clients and really help them feel warm and welcome, but also do it in a way that she still has her beautiful voice at the end of the day. So that is a little bit about me and what I like to do. I love to share lots of tips and tricks with people in the Strength Train Your Voice group. So you can find a link in the description of this video. And the topic we'll talk about today, there's a little bit more included in there as well. So keep that in mind. If you are like, hey, I really like what she's talking about, I want to learn more about it, you can find it there. You can also find it on my YouTube channel. And there's even videos there that I don't post anywhere else. So that's a little bit of a special thing. And I'll be doing a giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers. So, that can be fun. Who doesn't like free stuff, right? Free stuff is exciting. So our topic today, just going to make sure I get this pulled up so that I don't forget something. Every so often you need notes, right? And that is good. That makes sure you stay on topic and don't say something silly. Although I don't really care about sounding silly because you know me. I'm just like, it's all good, right? But anyway, the topic for today, why it matters what you eat for speakers and singers. First of all, let's think about this from an anatomy perspective. Your voice is the only instrument that is inside your body, right? So if you are, eating something crazy before playing a piano something or a guitar something, like a recital or a concert or, something like that, it could matter what you eat based on where your mind is at. So if you had like a sugar rush or something, that may or may not be a good thing for your body to be performing with your instrument. But we have to be even more careful with our voice because it's inside our body. It's inside us, and it's part of us. And so because it's part of us, what we eat impacts it. Just like what you eat might impact you as a sport, somebody playing a sport, like an athlete or something like that. It matters what we eat as singers too, or speakers. So here's a couple tips for you as far as, hey, I maybe don't want to do this, or I maybe do want to do this. Because your voice is housed within your throat, sometimes eating certain things can cause issues that you don't want, such as, here's one example. If you are, let's say, drinking milk or having another sort of dairy product before eating, or like right before singing or doing a lot of speaking, you might find yourself clearing your throat like a lot because that dairy coats your throat in a way that makes you feel like you have to clear your throat a lot. So here's a tip. Don't have dairy a couple hours before a speaking engagement or before you're going to be singing in a concert or before, something where you don't want to feel like you're clearing your throat a lot. Because not only is that not vocally very healthy for you, clearing your throat a lot makes you sound less confident in general and makes you feel frustrated by that, happening. So that's one example of something that you eat impacting your body in a certain way, which then can impact your voice in a certain way because your voice is part of your body. So it matters what you eat because what you eat can impact your muscles in a certain way, can impact your lymph system, your mind. It can also impact your heart rate and things like that, your breathing system. So there's all sorts of reasons why what you eat matters to be a effective speaker and a singer. So if that is like super intriguing to you and you're like, oh, I never knew that I maybe shouldn't eat dairy right before going up and singing or right before a presentation of sorts, or right before an interview, when you're going to speak and you don't want to feel like you have that extra little thing bothering you. I have made a whole list of things that maybe you want to avoid, or maybe you want to specifically eat or specifically intake. This is obviously a general list. So if you are allergic to something on the list or whatever, like obviously disregard that, or, take that into account. But this list is general because it's helpful for a lot of people who have said, hey, I didn't know I shouldn't do that right before singing or right before speaking. So now I know, and that is super helpful for me. So if that's helpful for you, you can find that in the link in the description of this video. And again, you can find more helpful tips like this and more information about specific foods or things that you may or may not want to do or avoid or whatnot related to speaking for vocal health and vocal confidence. You can find that in the Strength Train Your Voice group or on the YouTube channel as well. So have an awesome rest of your day. And again, I came on live early, so if you're catching me in the replay, you should comment #replay. I'd love to hear if this was new to you. That's awesome. I'd love to hear if you learned something new today. And if you're like, oh, I knew that for a long time, I'd actually like to hear that too. So catch you later.